everybody, I'm Mark Comfort. My wife Mimi and I own Cruise Holidays of Kansas City for 37 years. And one of the things we love doing is connecting with our clients in a way that's more than just here at the office. So I have been doing hosted groups for 30 plus years, and my wife and I have done the same thing. So now we've talked some of our staff into doing these hosted trips, and in this case, a hosted cruise to the Greek islands, one of my favorite places in the world, and Italy is my favorite country in the entire world. Been to 112 countries, so I know Greece and I know Italy really well. This is a spectacular itinerary at a great time and on a phenomenal cruise ship, brand new cruise ship, the Celebrity XCEL. You'll see this, and I'm going to go over all of this with you here in a minute. But I'm really excited. Mom and daughter, Angie and Kaelana. So Angie and Kay, let's let everybody look at your favorite, look at your faces so well, and then let's do this, shall we? Oh yeah. Does this give you a little bit of the vibe that we're going to have on this cruise? Okay, because I can't see the presentation. I'm going to take it off. This cruise is not for this July. It is for July 17th through the 24th of 2027 into the Mediterranean. I'm going to go over the itinerary. I'm going to go over the ports. I'm going to go over the cruise ship with you. It's spectacular itinerary. And Angie, you're the mom. You get to go first. Describe why you and Kay picked this particular itinerary.
We really love the feel and the vibe and everything from the Mamma Mia movies, and the third movie is going to be coming out next year. So we really were excited about that. We love the mom and daughter relationship in the movie, and I think Kay and I have a similar relationship. We always have a lot of fun together. And who better to do it with than Celebrity on one of their newest ships? And we get to stop in Barcelona and Athens, plus Sicily as well. So, you know, it's a win-win for all around.
Well, I mean, that Mamma Mia inspired cruise, I love it. Because Kay, tell everybody a little bit about your background, because you could be one of the entertainers on this ship.
Whoa. That might be asking a lot. I'm here now I'm a travel advisor here at Cruise Holidays of Kansas City, but my background is in musical theater. So I've kind of grown up in the Broadway-esque world, and Mamma Mia is, of course, one of my favorite jukebox musicals, which mean that it's music not written for the show. It's pop music that you hear from the radio put in a musical, aka jukebox. And I love this musical. I love ABBA. I have a vinyl record collection with ABBA. So to do something that's Mamma Mia inspired with my mother in the Greek Isles on a brand new ship, it's a dream.
I mean, you're all going to be celebrities, right?
Absolutely.
On Celebrity Cruise Line.
All right.
Like when my wife and I host these trips, I'm kind of the extrovert. I'm the extrovert. Mimi's the introvert, a little more into the details, making sure everything goes perfect. I'm out there building relationships, getting everybody to mesh and to meet everybody and get to know them and their story. Is that a little bit like you and Kay on this?
Definitely. I'm the introvert.
And I'm the extrovert.
So this, I think, will go good. Why we are recording this webinar literally 15 months before the ship goes is because this ship is already selling out. The new ships in the cruise industry, especially with Celebrity, which is part of the Royal Caribbean big company, they sell out so fast, and even faster to the Mediterranean. The Mediterranean is always, especially in summertime, one of the most popular destinations in the world for cruising. And now you add Italy and Spain into it, and you've got just a winning combination. So let's do this. I'm going to go through this, and then Kay and Angie, I think when we're done, maybe to get it to flow smoothly, you guys throw in what you're most excited about, and you know, the things that I missed. So let's go ahead and go through it. I love Barcelona, Spain. Everybody that's ever been to Barcelona, Spain goes there. That's a city you could go to 100 times and not get tired of it. This picture is of the Gaudi area. Gaudi was an architect and a designer for more than just bridges and churches. So this is his subdivision, which I just love. And then we all know about this unbelievably famous church. And Kay, I've got to ask you a question real quick. Didn't you tell me that we see a crane finishing the top of this, but isn't this supposed to be the Familia Sagrada done completely by the time you get there?
Yes, it will be. It will be done by the time we're there. So she will be freshly retouched just for us.
Well, you said that pretty confidently. You know, it's been over 600 years they've been building that. So, anyway, it's spectacular. Everybody knows it. It's one of the most, and by the way, this is one of the most incredible churches in the world, not just because of its architecture, but also this has been privately funded, not publicly funded, which I think is just an amazing thing. Okay, so we'll start in Barcelona, and then as we go, the next stop will be in that little bitty beautiful island on the southwest coast of Italy, Sicily. And believe it or not, Italy, like I told you, is my favorite country, and there's so many different parts of Italy that are spectacular. Sicily is most certainly one of those. Beautiful, spectacular island. I want to show you this picture. So much history, lots of Roman history. The amphitheater that you see there on the right-hand side overlooking the Mediterranean is, and by the way, it also overlooks Mount Etna. It's just breathtakingly beautiful. That's one of my favorite places in all of Italy. It's just amazing, and very few people know about it. You'll be stopping in a port called Messina, and on the left-hand side is one of their famous cathedrals that they have there. So Sicily is going to be a great first stop for you. Everybody will literally love that. And then you'll get to the Greek islands. I literally just last July was in Rhodes. And again, it's got one of the most incredible walled cities in all of Europe, especially in all of the Mediterranean. And what they've done, like they've done in a lot of areas of the world, they've put a city within the walled city, a new modern city. Well, what that is a new modern city of shops and restaurants for tourists, and it's just fabulous. One of the must-do things there, not only take a tour, and you can do this in a half-day tour and then have the other half of the day for you to do whatever it is you'd like, but there is not only a tour through the walled city and hearing the history about Rhodes, but also then you go to the, you've heard of the Knights Templar. There's also a division called the Knights of St. John, whose headquarters was there. I had not done that before. I've been to Rhodes 3 times, and I'd not done the Knights of St. John and their headquarters in the city of Rhodes. And you can do that all in one tour, the walled city and the Knights of St. John's. And if you opt not to do history or anything like that, hey man, that's the time of the year to go to the beach. And there are some beautiful private, quaint little beaches like that in Rhodes too. Angie, I know I heard you both are shoppers, and that's the other thing. The shopping in those walled city is phenomenal there. Now, arguably, one of the most beautiful places you will go to in the entire world, let alone the Greek islands or the Mediterranean, is Santorini. You've all seen the whitewashed buildings with the blue domes. That's right there in Santorini. This is the area where they say the lost city of Atlantis happened, where a volcano blew up through the island and literally left a crater. That part of that crater was blown out and the ocean filled into it. And that's what the ship does. This ship is small enough to come into the through that crater that got blown out and into the bay. And that beautiful blue Mediterranean Sea is just beyond beautiful. Santorini is one of my favorite places in the world, without a doubt. Now, here's going to be a big decision. Royal Caribbean International, that owns Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, and Silver Seas, is building these spectacular royal beach clubs. and Europe's very first Royal Beach Club. They've got one now in Nassau. They'll have one in Cozumel real quick. They're spectacular, spectacular. And they operate it just like a shore excursion. It'll be a day and maybe a half day opportunity to experience the beach and the wonderful life of living right on the water there. I'll show you these pictures. It's just fabulous. But one way or another, you'll get to see this and experience this Royal Beach Club because Celebrity Cruise is part of Royal Caribbean. So this is what it is. It's basically everything, right? Now, there'll be a cost to it, and we don't know what that cost is because it's not completed yet, but it will be optional for you to decide to go to or not. And it's a day excursion where you'll take a boat like a catamaran or something like that through and around. And by the way, the city of Santorini sits up 1,000 feet, basically straight up. So you'll be able to see all that from the water level. It's just so beautiful. You'll go through to this Royal Beach Club. They will have DJs, they will have food, they will have drink. It will have a very definite Greek feel to it. And that's a prototype or a mock-up of what it will look like, built right in to the mountains on this. It's black lava beach. It's real comfortable sand, but it's black lava, so it won't be that white sand of the Caribbean. But isn't that beautiful? Just gorgeous. And only the people on Celebrity will be there. Okay, there it is right there. Good. What a beautiful way to relax and enjoy the water, the beach, all of that. This Royal Caribbean is doing this right. This, I think, is one of Royal Caribbean International's best inventions in years. It's just tremendous. I say inventions. It's something brand new to the industry. They're a leader in the industry doing this. Okay, after Santorini, you'll go to the other most famous port and stop in Greece, and in the Greek islands anyway, and that is in Mykonos. And again, look at all the whitewashed buildings. Back on the far left, you see the 5 or 6 windmills there that every picture of Mykonos you see usually will have one of the windmills. And look at that blue. This is truly what that water looks like. It's so breathtakingly beautiful. And there's all sorts of things to do. We'll, as people book into this, we'll talk about the tours that are available for you to book later. Okay. And then we end up this gorgeous, gorgeous itinerary in Athens, Greece. And I know anybody that has ever been to the Greek islands or has been to the Mediterranean, Athens is one of the most historical highlights of any city in the world. This is where democracy began. You've heard of the Acropolis, which is the gigantic building up on the top of the, where the Parthenon is. On Acropolis is hill, and the Parthenon is the building, this building right here on top of the hill. And there's so much more there. And by the way, if time permits, and there will be a one-night pre-package available to you. We're working on it now in Barcelona, and there'll be a 2-night post-package in Athens, Greece, to be able to see everything Athens has to offer. At one time, until before that brand new museum in Cairo, Egypt was opened up, the museum in Athens was rated the #1 museum in the entire world. So if you have a chance and stay extra, which I'd sure recommend, this is 7 nights, 8 days. So you're going that far, give yourself as much time as you possibly can and do that 1 night pre in Barcelona and the 2 nights post in Athens. I'd really recommend that. The other thing, I love this picture here, and that's just spectacular. I've done the sound and light show at night. That's where this picture is taken from. And then you see all the freighters out in the bay there. The port city for Athens is called Piraeus, and it's just so beautiful. This is a spectacular itinerary, ladies and gentlemen. Spectacular. You're seeing the best of the best of, this is called the Western Mediterranean. These are the best ports in the entire Mediterranean on the west-hand side, west side of the Mediterranean. Phenomenal. Now, this is the ship. It's a brand new ship called the Celebrity XCEL, state-of-the-art. absolutely state of the art. You're going to love the ship. I'm going to go through this right now with you. Kay, would you spend just a second? You were telling me all about the bazaar. You actually know more about this. This will be a first on any cruise ship anywhere. Tell everybody about the bazaar.
Yeah, so the bazaar is actually, it's really cool. It's a Celebrity XCEL exclusive. So none of the other celebrity ships that are sailing have this experience. And I don't want to necessarily call it a ship space. It's kind of more of an experience. It's 3 different types of experiences in one area. So it has a market, festivals, and local food from each port that you guys are coming from. And it's going to be on board in this area. So you can purchase local art, local artifacts and other things from these local artisans in the area in their market. They'll also teach you how to make certain things. So you also can maybe partake in some pottery or other classes and maybe get some recipes and stuff like that. They'll also have local food and spices on board for you to try, and they'll tell you all about it. And then of course they're also going to have festivals. And in the Mediterranean, they're going to have the OPA festival, where they'll have ouzo, and they're going to be talking all about Greek mythology with these gorgeous, gorgeous costumes. And it's going to be very exciting, and it's just in this one area, and it's a celebrity exclusive. And I think we have a picture later down the line that kind of shows you what that festival is supposed to look like. Of course, the XCEL has not currently made her way back to the Mediterranean at this point. She sailed from Barcelona in November, and then she's been in the Caribbean recently. So we have no idea what this OPA festival is going to be, but I'm excited.
Me too.
Hey, Angie, don't let her have too much of that ouzo or she'll be wearing glasses.
You mean these glasses?
Yeah, I mean those glasses. Okay. And just to get back to the ship, the restaurants and the class and the vibe on this ship are just spectacular. Celebrity has really stepped so much. I love their ships. Love, love, love their ships. They have different specialty restaurants throughout their ships. Here is their buffet right towards the aft of the ship, where you can sit outside to have your breakfast or lunch or dinner. By the way, the buffet is open for the whole time. I'll show you some more pictures. This is a great example of what they feel the festivals at the bazaar will be like. Bora is their wine tasting area, and you know how popular that is. And Celebrity is big, big, big into wine, as you would probably guess, especially in this area. Attic, for the people that don't want to miss any of the sporting activities going on. FIFA might still be going on. I think it's just about over in Kansas City at that time, but there'll be baseball and other events all over the world going on. Look at the Celebrity, the pool area, this outdoor pool with the band, and then that turns into a movie theater at night. There's, oh gosh, girls are shopping. Kate, tell everybody, this is more your expertise than mine, about the shopping center on this ship.
Yeah, so one of the newer things that are coming with this new ship is they're going to have the flagship location for Celebrity, and that's going to be your standard Celebrity merchandise. You know, all cruise lines, they have kind of their specialty merchandise just for that brand of some sort. Whereas now Celebrity, on their new flagship shops, they're going to have some of your vintage antique stuff that maybe they had way back in the I say way back in the 80s, and maybe in some of your disco and ABBA time, but they'll have stuff for that you can purchase that is very similar to that time, rather than maybe some of that newer modern. So if you kind of want a vintage feel, that classic cruising, or if you want your modern, you'll have both in the flagship shops.
Well, you've got 2 days at sea to explore the ship, in addition to the 6 other ports that you will be going to, so you'll have time to do that. And if you really want to spoil yourself, I can tell you this from firsthand experience. Celebrity has one of the best spas at sea. In the very beginning, in 1992, when Celebrity first came out with their new cruise line, they decided to make the spa and cuisine, their meals, as well as service, their pillars of success. And they've followed through with that for all of these years since. But this is the hydrotherapy pool that can be used before, after, or really not even if you're getting a massage or a pedicure or manicure. And oh wait, there's more. I like this, the vitamin D deck. This is where you can wait before the massages. This is where you can go to have a little quiet, private, outdoor time. It looks absolutely It's relaxation at its best. Now, this might be one of the most innovative things any cruise line has ever done. Angie, is this not, do you want to talk about the magic carpet, or do you want
Oh
me?
gosh. It's kind of like this moving, it's a magic carpet. It floats up and down along the side of the ship. They have cocktail hour. Even you can even kind of rent it out for like a group event. But it's just really something unique that only Celebrity offers, and it's only on a select few of their ships. But yeah, it's just exciting. It's something new and different, and who doesn't want to be like hanging out over the side of the ship looking at
And just so everybody knows, this has the ability to go up and down. I think it's 8 or 9 stories. So it's you won't think you've had too much to drink when you're at a different deck than when you started that drink. I love this. I just think this is fabulous. This is one of the things that it, again, shares with you how innovative Celebrity Cruises is. Here's a great example of what it will look like from the restaurant area on the magic carpet. I think that is just so doggone cool. And then, oh my gosh, again, I know this just from my years of cruising on Celebrity, and those of you who've cruised Celebrity know that they do it right. In this Grand Plaza that you see right here, there's a martini bar area to the right, as you see, one of the a specialty dining room called Le Grand Bistro over there to the left, second floor. And there's something everywhere going on. I think that's where they have their cocktail shows, right down in the middle below that. And Kay, did you tell me the chandelier was designed like a piano?
It is. It's designed like a piano. So when you're in the area watching your cocktail shows, those little white, you kind of see those lights there. They mimic kind of your white and your black keys on a piano. And so they'll actually play throughout the cocktail shows, and they'll flicker in a way that it almost looks like maybe a giant is playing the piano.
I can see this being your all's meeting place, Kay and Angie. This could be where you guys meet before you go to dinner or before you go to wherever.
There we go.
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely.
By the way, Kay and I were talking about this earlier. I know Angie would agree. One of the most beautiful things about cruising, in my opinion, is when you leave a port, and it's almost always right at sunset. Well, Celebrity is the first line I know about that has devoted this whole deck in the back for a sunset bar to watch as the port gets smaller and smaller and smaller. The sun sets every evening. I just think, I mean, this is beautiful, just fabulous. Now, another thing, Royal Caribbean International spends an inordinate amount of money on entertainment. And Celebrity has, I think, got one of the most unique Celebrity themes of any cruise line out there. As you see on the left, we do not call that Cirque du Soleil, but it's most certainly copied after Cirque du Soleil type entertainment. And then what did you call this setting where the chairs are 3/4 the way around the stage?
Yeah, so that's called a thrust theater. So it's different than maybe your standard theater, which is a proscenium. So this is to give a more inclusive experience to an audience member, so that the performers are almost kind of on all sides of you, but not all 4 sides. We're not breaking any fourth walls, but it's jutting into the audience. So that's what we would call a thrust stage.
I think that's beautiful. I mean, isn't that just spectacular? And of course, there's a way for you to win the cost of your cruise back. Although I think I would probably budget as just entertainment that will be spent. There is a casino on board, of course. And then a club, as you see, for the social get-together, dancing, things like that. The ship literally has something for everybody on it, you'll see. I was talking with Angie and Kay earlier today about how beautiful, I mean, the main dining is just the main dining room that every cruise ship has, but look at the chandelier, the lights, look at the real estate, which is right on the ocean. Their main dining and their whole dining, they're just a level of class or elegance. It's not stuffy at all, but a level of class and elegance to Celebrity that most certainly appeals to me. I hope it does to you. Now we'll talk about the accommodations. There are, we'll start at the top and work our way down. This is called the Aqua Class Infinite Veranda. This is the new style that is becoming very, very, very popular for staterooms on cruise ships, which in essence gives you more room. Instead of an outdoor veranda that you have to open up and go outside, this is actually inside, but you can lower the window down. Or if it's real hot, maybe you leave it up and you just watch the ocean go by. But it gives you more space in the room, as you see, up to 243 to 369 square feet. An average stateroom, ladies and gentlemen, is somewhere around 200 square feet across the whole industry. So this is, 20, 30, 40% more.
Yep.
Okay, then there's a regular veranda, like what most of the ships in the industry have, where you open the sliding glass door and you just go outside to the chairs and table to have coffee in the morning, your breakfast in the morning, a glass of wine at night, whatever it might be. And as you see, their interior space is 202 to 228 square feet, but the veranda, which is outside, is not included in that square footage. So the verandas are anywhere from 40 to 89 square feet, and these are just called the veranda accommodations. And then there's the infinite veranda right here that you will see. Okay, 243 square feet, beautiful rooms, beautiful rooms. An ocean view room, which very evidence, just not wall-to-wall visibility to the outside. Kay or Angie, did you tell me the inside staterooms have been sold out in our group allotment?
They are. Yeah.
Okay.
We sold the last one today.
Well, that happens. That happens. So I guess the good news is you're going to have a view if you go.
Yeah, have to have a view.
And by the way, if anybody is looking for a suite or something else, the cruise lines don't allow us to hold suites in our allotment. But if you want one, just tell Angie or Kay and they can look it up and quote you on it. Okay, now there is a classic drink package included in your cruise fare, and I love this because more and more people are just not wanting to get nickel and dime for the premium coffees or bottled water or wines or beers, cocktails, spirits, things like that. So this is a great thing. This is really a great thing that there is a drink package included. If you are a real fancy premium type drinker, you like that alcohol or those really upscale wines, there is a package available for you above this that there is a cost to, and Angie and Kay can go over that with you. Hey, Angie, is it you or Kay? Look at that gentleman pouring that martini, balancing it on his head. Will you two do that for your clients?
I know I'm not that flexible to even put my head back that far. Kaelana, I think she probably could.
I gotta tell you, I think I'd be wearing that martini if that was me.
Yeah, I'd be pouring it down my back.
Wi-Fi is included, and that's a great thing. And one of the things that's really, this is a big deal anymore, because Wi-Fi can be incredibly expensive. If you've been on a ship where you have to pay for Wi-Fi and buy the packages, very expensive. So this is a big deal, and good for Celebrity for including it. Premium Wi-Fi, there is additional cost, and there's all sorts of packages if you want it. Okay, let's go over the cruise pricing. That best category, which is the Aqua Class Infinite Veranda, the designation is an A2. That's what we go by. Is $3,719 per person. Prime Ocean View, the 01 is $25.99. Ocean View is $25.99, as you see, and Deluxe Inside right now has been sold out. The deposit is $560 per person. We can take that by credit card, by check, whatever you'd like. When you do deposit, it does allow us to actually hold the exact stateroom that's best. And like everything, we'll look for the best locations for you. So the early birds get the room with the locations of each of these categories. If you look here, the final payment is March 26th of 2027. So as of today, when we're recording this, we're basically a year out from your final payment. But if you deposit now, we can get you that stateroom held, and you don't have to make final payment until March 26th of 2027. As you see, the rates include the cruise fare, the beverage package, Wi-Fi. What's not included, which we can help you with, is your airfare. If you have points or miles, let us know that. We can at least give you criteria as to when to get into Barcelona, when to come home from Athens. If you need transfers, I would recommend them strongly. We can get you transfers. It's so nice when you fly all night and you arrive in Barcelona to have somebody with your name on a sign that you can go get transfers from. Gratuities at the end of the vacation. And by the way, boy, I over the years, I've determined that the gratuities are one of the best investments you make, helping people's lives better for the incredible service that they give you and the memories that truly you will make through their service that will last a lifetime. And then travel insurance is a big deal. We believe in that. My wife just got pulled off a ship to have a pacemaker put in. Insurance paid 100% of everything. So we hope you don't have to use it, of course, but it's important to cover yourself. So with that said, Angie, any comments you want to make?
No, I am just super excited to take this vacation. It's a bucket list for me, and especially to do it with my daughter and all of our newest, nearest, dearest friends and family and clients that will become friends. We're just looking so forward to it, and it's going to be a great time. I mean, whether it's a sea day or a day that we're in port, it's just going to be a great time. We're going to make memories to last a lifetime and see some new places and meet some new people, and it's going to be great. Join us.
And Kay, how about you? Anything?
I'm really excited. You know, I've been to Athens, but all these other locations I have not been to. So I'm very excited. I'm excited to be in Barcelona. I'm really excited to see the architecture and the artwork that's in these beautiful cathedrals and all that, and the paintings on the ceilings and on the walls, and all of the architecture and the stuff that they use to make that place special. I'm excited to island hop in Greece and also see a little bit of Italy, because that's a big one that is on my bucket list still. And then of course finishing in Athens again, which is the one that's kind of a little bit safer for me because I've been there, and I mean that Parthenon, you can't beat it. It's stunning. As well as the Acropolis Museum that is there as well. I mean, there's just so much to do, and that's why we need 2 days there to catch all of the things that we want to do.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, honest to goodness, for a 7-night vacation, I've been to all of these ports, and they are world-class, spectacular ports. This is an incredible itinerary, it truly is. And those 2 days at sea, honest to goodness, those are relaxing days, those are catch-up days, those are spoil yourself days. You know, those will be days that'll be great to get together with the group and everybody, learn everybody else's story. I love these hosted groups because people that travel have the same mentality. There's a lot of similar traits about people, and you're going to have some people that will make new friends that will be friends for a lifetime out of this. It happens on every one of the groups I go to. But so the itinerary is great, and I got to tell you, the pricing is great. This is we do a lot of cruises, right? Thousands and thousands of cruises every month, and I can tell you, based on other cruise lines, because we held this space such a long time ago, these are great rates for this quality of brand new ship and this itinerary. So if you're a parent, you have kids, spend some of your kids' inheritance, or better yet, take your kids with you and spend their inheritance with them, you know?
Spend it on them, exactly.
Totally up to you as to what you want to do, but any one of these categories you'll love. And again, if you want a suite, we'll see when you ask Kay or Angie about what the suite costs are, we can quote you on that, but they just don't let us hold it in our group allotment. Kay, what were you telling me? We have 16 staterooms in our group allotment?
Yes, we have 16, but now we have we have about 15 now that we've sold out of the deluxe interiors. So we're at 15 staterooms that are available for this group at this time.
Yeah, so the group will be 32 people, which is the perfect size group. And if there are excursions that you want to do together, we'll try to get the group to stay together. If you so desire, you can do whatever it is you want. The beautiful thing about these groups, and I can tell you by this fall, the prices Celebrity will probably be 10 to 20% higher than they are right now. So these are great prices. It's a great experience. It's a world-class itinerary and a world-class ship. So it's win-win. I congratulate you, Angie and Kay, on picking the itinerary and picking the ship to do this cruise on.
We searched long and hard, honestly.
Yes, we did.
Find just the right one.
Okay, Kay and Angie, I think it's time to put on our glasses.
All right.
I think you all should join us. Give us a call Angie or call Kay, 816-505-1500. We have this webinar recorded. If you want us to send this to your friends, just tell Angie and Kay and we can do that. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you'll go on this Mamma Mia inspired cruise from Barcelona to Athens, July 17th through the 24th of 2027. Kay and Angie, we'll see you there.
All right.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.